How's it going? It's 9:12, excuse me, 9:12 p.m. Saturday, July 29th, 2023. I'm going to talk about a different way that I don't usually share my thoughts on these kind of things all the time, because I know it's pointless. I know a lot of them, well, I know probably all of them are controlled. All the ones that we see. What I'm talking about is the political jargon of music. That song Dirty Money came out by Tom MacDonald about a month or so ago, and I actually listened to that song quite a few times working and in the car. It found its way into like my mix algorithm, my playlist on my YouTube mixes, because I listen to it multiple times, so it keeps popping up and being on there. And I do like some of his songs. I like Don't Look Down by Tom MacDonald. I really like it, but I'm gonna speak on this whole Jason Aldean. Roll this window up. Jason Aldean's Try That in a Small Town. And now this new one, Tom MacDonald's American Flags song. I want to point out that, I think patriotism is something that has to be met with understanding and awareness. You can't put any organization, faction, nation, anything like that, religion, creed, spiritual belief group, a cult, whatever you're a part of, you can't put that above what can't be explained with words. Some things can't be explained with words that are more important. Things that we all inherently know within us, but we don't know how to articulate properly in English words, which, possibly by design of the language. With that being said, though, I do want to say that, even if this song, like American Flags, I consider myself a patriot. I do. I wouldn't have drove to East Palestine and been collecting water out of what the government was spraying into the creeks and the creek water up and downstream from it. I wouldn't have drove there, and I wouldn't have been there with all the people pulling up in black SUVs and suits looking like feds trying to bully me and make me feel uncomfortable, because something told me inside of me that they weren't able to tell me to leave. They was trying to make me leave on my own. They were trying to make me uncomfortable. And I know I didn't do a good job recording everything around me. I was kind of just showing myself and talking, but I was in the moment. Like, I was operating in a way where I was just trying to get the samples and to see what I could see and, try to get some clues. But if I didn't consider myself a patriot at all, I wouldn't do things like that. I'm trying to defend the public. Like, I think that there's something very nefarious taking place right now. Well, there's been stuff very nefarious taking place, but I think that it's like more in action now. So I'm not saying that for sure anybody's like pulling Jason Aldean's strings, or for sure pulling Tom MacDonald's strings. Maybe this is just what they are inspired and motivated to do, but in my opinion, it's not helping the cause. Tom MacDonald's song about American flags isn't about like an American flag representing like everybody and making everybody feel included in like unity and defeating division. He's talking about guns and stuff and shooting you and punching you and stuff if you don't like the way that they operate and the way that they show up with the American flags everywhere and stuff. That's not a way to make people unify and stuff like that. All it is another rap song talking about bullshit and violence. And Jason Aldean's song's just bad. It doesn't sound good. There's nothing good about the actual music at all. It would be a lot harder to like speak on if it was good music, you know what I mean, or if the sound was there. But as far as like sound, melody, all that, it's just not there. It's not hitting for it. And all it's doing is trying to create division, because what it is a dog whistle. People be like, well, this isn't nothing racist. He's saying try this in a small town, like these riots and stuff like this. But listen, in the actual small town America, where I spend all my time at, that's not how this works, okay? Because one thing about me that I'm never going to do is, I'm never going to let, like an opinion or anything, like, because that's really all we all have is opinions, but I'm never going to let it affect how I judge sound. I have a little different way of doing things when it comes to music and sound, I think, but I consider myself a good judge when it comes to sound. I feel like I understand, I can actually feel it. So it doesn't bother me at all to say, like, these are dog whistles. Jason Aldean's song, Try This in a Small Town. Not only is it inaccurate, not only could Jason Aldean not walk around American small towns without security, he could never come, like, I'm in a small town. He's not safe here now because of that sound. It's not like what people think. These ain't all just little old white people sitting down and stuff. We got biracial babies and stuff now. This is 2023 in America. Some of us, I'm country, man. Like, the people who try to dress country and stuff pretend like they grew up like me. Where me and my sister grew up, and where my sister and my family still lives, you can't see another house from the house. It's as much backwoods as you could get. Like, it don't get no more backwoods than this. Like, it's as far out as it can be. Right on the West Virginia and PA state line. And, you know, I got little biracial nieces out there. I got biracial kids in my household. I got neighbors that are in biracial relationships in a small town. And that's a dog whistle. It makes black people, it makes people of any, like, melanation, like, it makes, like, Asians, it makes, like, Spanish, Mexican, Hispanic people very uncomfortable to have that song blasting around. Because all it is you have, like, 2 or 3, like, really, like, uneducated hicks that are, like, blasting it and trying to get it going. Like, they're the ones that the dog whistle, they're the ones responding to the dog whistle. But this whole song, American Flags, is all about violence. If you don't like the way that Tom MacDonald and whatever his little pit bull dog, Adam, whatever his name is, I don't know. He's not famous. I don't know his name. Nobody's ever heard of him until he did a feature with Tom MacDonald. And there's a reason why. All he's talking about is guns and violence when he did the first whole CD with Tom MacDonald. Tom MacDonald raps about, this is what annoys me about these people, is they show that they can make aware, good sounding music, and then they come right back and they spew this bullshit about violence and division and everything. And it's just like, what way do you want to go with it? You want to do the right thing or do you want to do the wrong thing? Because I can show you songs that were doing the right thing and songs that are now doing the wrong thing, like right and wrong. I can show you both ways from the same artist. But it's just sickening to me that it's not called out right away. Like, people are looking for anything to get. It's because people are so unhappy and so full of hatred that when something comes out that's like a dog whistle to, like, the actual hateful racist, it's just, some of them gotta run with it, man. They gotta run with it. But my thing is, if you're gonna make a song and you're gonna talk about division and you're gonna talk about violence and you're going to try to keep people from unifying, at least make it a decent song. Like that American Flag song that Tom MacDonald just put out yesterday, and Jason Aldean's song, Try This in a Small Town, are garbage. They both are garbage. They sound terrible. There's nothing good about it. The lyrics are very generic and just, it's really lame. Like, that song that Tom MacDonald put out a month ago called Dirty Money is a good song. And I know artists all do this. Some songs are good and some songs are bad. But I don't know how you could go from so good to so terrible so quickly. Like, how did you get onto such a different, like energy bandwidth here that you went downhill so quick? So that's just my opinions. I wanted to share what I thought about Jason Aldean and Tom MacDonald right now. They're fueling division. They're fueling hatred. They're talking about violence. This isn't what the American flag represents. It's all garbage. And to top it all off, the music sounds bad. It sounds bad. It doesn't sound good. So, I mean, if it had a good sound to it, I would at least give credit for that. Because some of Tom MacDonald's songs, I don't know about Jason Aldean and that other dude, that Adam dude that be following Tom. I don't know about him. I tried to listen to a couple of his songs, but I definitely wasn't subscribing to his YouTube channel. That's not my cup of tea. I can make better sounding music with that with my kids and kids in the neighborhood and pots and pans. So I don't just subscribe to musicians just because they're trying to talk about relevant things. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like, this is the truth of the matter. I mean, the Jason Aldean song and Tom MacDonald song, let me just repeat this one more time. American Flags by Tom MacDonald is not what the stuff in that song is all about violence and division and stuff. That's not what the American flag represents to me. And as far as the whole Jason Aldean song goes, well, when he can come and walk around a small town without security with me, then maybe I'll listen to what he says. But he can't make good sounding music, and he can't go to the places that he's talking about in his songs. Okay, Jason Aldean, you're not able to go walk around the small towns like Justin Michael. You can't. You're not safe. You know it. That's why you have security with you. That's why you don't live with the rest of us. That's just a fact. So, oh yay, hypocrites. Stop the division and stop the hate. Much love, y'all. This is how I feel. This is my channel. Stay up.